Hi guys, welcome back to the Hugh video, and in this video I'm going to be doing a screen replacement to this iPhone 7 Plus. This iPhone 7 Plus has sustained a drop, and as a result the glass has shattered, but the LCD itself still remains intact. This will be my first iPhone 7 Plus repair, although I have worked on the smaller 4.7 inch model. The process itself will be relatively the same, although the screen size will be different. For this iPhone I'll be needing a replacement display and a waterproofing gasket. The first thing I'll need to do is power off and shut down the device before I can open up the iPhone using a pentalobe driver. I'm actually using an iFixit toolkit here for the screwdrivers anyway, and some various prying tools, as well as some LCD opening pliers, which just help put some pressure on the screen so you can actually get underneath there to lift that up. Now with the 6S and later, there's actually a gasket around there that acts as a dust and waterproof mechanism. Obviously that will take a little bit to get up, so you may need to use a metal pry tool to get underneath that. Once you're inside the phone, you'll need to use a tri-wing bit, not a regular Phillips screwdriver, to remove the screws for the LCD bracket and for the camera bracket. You want to make sure to disconnect the battery as well before disconnecting any connectors to avoid damaging the device. Once we have the display removed, I'll need to use the 000 tri-wing piece once again to remove many of the screws on the display. This is why it's vital to have a proper toolkit with the correct pieces and bits that you need for your iPhone repair. We'll need to apply some heat to the home button cable, and then we can start to pry it away. The best way I found to do this was to start at the alignment pin on the display and start prying from that area. The reason being, there isn't a lot of prying room, so it's hard to remove this button because of the amount of adhesive it's stuck down with. Now this home button is irreplaceable, meaning if you damage it, you cannot replace it yourself and regain home button or Touch ID functions. So it's vital to make sure that you take your time and remove it correctly. The only way to ever get that back is to pay Apple's high price to get them to do a screen replacement on the device. With that done, I can remove the earpiece and camera assembly from the top of the phone, which for the most part is glued down. And lastly, I can remove this bit of tape over the LCD connector cables to remove the metal bracket. With that done, I can get the new display and start to prep it to go into the iPhone. I'll need to remove a heap of the tape and stuff that was on there from the factory, and I can start to assemble everything back together. This is a refurbished display, so this panel is actually an Apple original screen that's previously been cracked, been fixed up, and then sold back on. I found these are the best way to go about screen replacements because you're going to be getting the best force touch as well as colors and touch sensitivity with your iPhone screen. I'll need to install the camera brackets and everything back in to the top of the phone. Now most of this was held in by adhesive, so it won't stick in as good as it did originally, but for the most part it's in there good enough that when you put those 4 screws in, it's never going to move anyway. I'll also need to make sure after installing this that all of the sensors are lined up correctly, not just the camera. There's also a proximity sensor which basically turns the display off when you're in a phone call. Without that, your face will be pressing on a heap of numbers and buttons, so that's a vital step to make sure that that is aligned correctly. I can also reinstall the home button, which is actually a lot easier than taking it out. Just plugs right in, and there's 4 screws which you need to put in to hold that in place. Now the button itself isn't like a normal tactile button, it's actually a pressure sensitive button, which means obviously once you replace it, it no longer works as each iPhone has its individually paired home button. So it's very important, like I said before, not to damage that. With the display now prepped, I can clean up the edges of the device to remove any of the old waterproofing gasket to make way for the new one, which goes in quite easily. You just got to make sure to stick that down correctly and line it up. And then I can just remove the rest of the plastic tape over that, some of which gets caught quite easily, so you need to be careful with that. That will basically just prevent a lot of dust and dirt from getting in the device itself. It's not a foolproof method, obviously your phone's not waterproof, but it's definitely a good thing to be putting back in case the phone ever comes in contact with any forms of water. Testing out the phone, I want to make sure the home button is working and that proximity sensor is working. I can just test that using voice memos. This will also test the microphones just to make sure the device doesn't have loop disease, which I've covered a whole video on that, which affects the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus models. With that, I can install the brackets again and start to seal everything back together. I can make sure all the sides and everything are flush and sitting correctly, and I can reinstall the 2 bottom pentalobe screws into the iPhone. Taking the plastic protector off, I can install a tempered glass screen protector, and we're good to go. And this is it, the quick screen replacement for the iPhone 7 Plus. Now this isn't actually my device, hence why I didn't replace the housing or the battery or anything really major. I am being paid for this repair from somebody at my school, so they're able to get their device back now that's now fully functioning and working perfectly, and they didn't have to pay another third party to do it or get Apple to replace the display, and everything is functional with the phone. The battery health is at around 89% health, and the back has a few marks and scratches, but I was only paid to do the display replacement, so that's all this video is about. And on that note, this has been a Hugh Jeffries video. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button and consider checking out the iPhone restoration playlist for more videos just like this one. Also, make sure to follow me on my social media for behind the scenes and the occasional giveaway. Actually running one right now, so make sure to head over there and enter that giveaway. It ends next Sunday. That's all for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.